Are you a small business owner? And would you like to get the absolute maximum out of your conversations? If so, watch this through, and I promise I'll give you something that'll make an absolute difference to every conversation you have at a business meeting. Constructive conversations. So I once had a conversation with somebody, and this guy said to me, after all, it's not my responsibility for what somebody else hears from what I've just said. Wrong. That is exactly it. It is your responsibility for what is being said. Now, in NLP terms, neuro-linguistic programming, that is, one of the 13 presuppositions is about communication. And it is the meaning of the communication is in the result that you get. You are responsible. If you're not getting the result from the communication that you're giving, then common sense says you need to change that communication. What's the point of keep saying the same thing? You're going to keep getting the same result. So if you're winding people up, change the way that you're saying it. And it's like that at a business meeting. If you're at a business meeting and you're not getting what you want from the meeting, then the chances are you're not communicating in the correct way. So what I would say to you, the start of all of this is what is the outcome that you want to get from the conversation that you are having? You know, why are you at this business meeting? What is it you're, there to get? Do you expect to sell something there? Are you like everybody else that's going to be at these seminars or shows, like the Business Live show? The majority of the people there will be there selling. That's what they're there to do. So are you going to be like that? Are you going to be in that aggressive, ringside seat, if you like? Are you going to be there doing exactly the same? I see it slightly different, and I use a lot of reverse psychology in the sense that if I'm there, I know what I want. And invariably, what I actually want from that is the opportunity to build a relationship with somebody that can either be a good referrer for me or could be a client. But the chances are everybody else there is there to sell. So your job is to actually be different to them and have a structured conversation with the outcome already set of what you want. So let's just say we're going there to actually put the people that we have into a criteria if they're good referrers or potential clients. So that structure needs to be sorted out and put and written down and prepared before you get there so that you can qualify the people that you have a conversation with for your sales funnel. So it is all about building the relationships based on a structured conversation. It's not about you. You've heard me say that before, but it's really not about you. What it's all about is actually how do you turn it around for your benefit. So, for instance, if somebody asked you what you do, which they probably won't, but if they do, you say to them, so I would say, I'm an elephant trainer, but more importantly, tell me what you do. And therefore, start asking the questions that you've already prepared to actually categorize this person into the place where you want them to get the most from it. So, number one, is this person, an influencer? Are they out there? Have they got the type of client that you want? Are they a supermarket for you? Or are they just somebody else there trying to sell their services? So your job is, with your prepared questions, how do you turn it around? Go back to them and listen to them. But if all you're going to do is talk about what you've got, the chances of that person buying from you on that day is very remote. And in my experience, what they end up doing is a lot of stalls just selling to each other and not actually selling anything, and say this was a lot of money and I haven't gained anything. The idea for you is to actually gain information from that person and start to build relationships. And then towards the end of the relationship, or the conversation that you're having, I would say, so I'm going to connect with you on LinkedIn. Is that okay? And give me your business card if you want it. So take their business card. So you've got the business card in your hand, come away with that. And then afterwards say, really good to meet you. We'll catch up on LinkedIn. And then what you do, you go back and finish off your CRM, which is another subject that we'll talk about. But for me, I would always come back from that. So I was at a network meeting, a golf network meeting just recently, come back with the business cards, added them straight into my CRM and put in the soft intelligence of what I'd learned from each of them. And I've now got a very good relationship with one of them who's going to refer one of my businesses into his clients because he's perfect. But that didn't come from me telling him all about me. That come from me asking him the questions that I needed to know to categorize him. So to recap, why are you there? Are you expecting to sell? And if you are, that's just the same as everybody else. You need to qualify these people for your sales funnel by building long-term relationships with them. It's not about you. Get used to turning it around and prepare yourself a set of questions to find out where they are for the criteria of what you want them. So are they an influencer or a referrer for you, or are they a potential client for the future, or both? So what questions have you got? Okay, let me know how you get on with that one. And if you've enjoyed this video, please watch the next video just here, or subscribe to my YouTube channel just here.